Pain Suppression is a really powerful new discipline rune in Phase 2 of Season of Discovery. To get this rune, you have to find 4 graves around the world, collect the souls from those graves, and bring them to their respective statues in Scarlet Monastery Library. Weapons drop in Scarlet Monastery that give you a hint at the location of each of these different souls. First up, we've got the Silver Hand Training Hammer, recovered from Theramore Isle. That tells us that we need to head to Kalimdor and down in to the Duskwalla Marsh. Theramore Isle is on the eastern side of Duskwalla Marsh, and there's a graveyard just north of Theramore Isle, where you can find your first grave. Next up, we have the Ancestral Sword. It says passed down by a Noma Lordaeron family, once thought to be lost in the swamps around Kyros. Now, Kyros is an encampment that used to exist in the Swamp of Sorrows. So we're headed to the Eastern Kingdoms, down into the southeast corner, into the Swamp of Sorrows. Kyros was on the western side of the Swamp of Sorrows, so we go over here by this Splinter Tree Junction. There's a tower here, and on the back side of the tower, we can find our next grave. Third is the Tactician's Staff. This one's a little bit tricky. It says its owner's keen grasp of battlefield tactics was matched only by her fearsome command of Frost and Flame. That's a little bit of a weird hint, but there's a new book that exists that gives us a little hint to this. Commander Primwell Sky's studies in military theory during her tenure as an archivist bolstered Lordaeron's strategy during the Second War. After serving as a tactician on the Arathi front, she retired to a farmstead on the land she helped reclaim for humanity. Heading up to Arathi, we can head to the Goshek farm, and in the farmstead there is a graveyard where we can find this soul. Finally is the Crusader's Base. This one did not make a lot of sense. It says that it's flecked with bits of insect carapace. So we were like, where are insects at? And we were thinking, down in the Thousand Needles, in the Shimmering Flats, there's some insects, as well as Tenaris has all of those bugs on the western side. We were looking forever for this, and we're not able to find it. It was eventually found in Scarlet Monastery. In the graveyard wing of that dungeon, you can find the soul just past the left mausoleum. If you understand why the hint of bits of insect carapace leads us into the Scarlet Monastery graveyard, I'd love to hear it because this wasn't able to be figured out from the clue itself and just happened to be stumbled upon by people running this dungeon. With the 4 souls in hand, we're heading to the Scarlet Monastery, into the library, and we're going to that gallery of treasures. In the gallery, we've got these 4 statue busts, and we had to bring the appropriate souls to the appropriate busts. First up, we go to the Warrior bust, and we give it the Swamp Echo from the Swamp of Sorrows. Next up, we go to the Mage bust, and we give it the Arathi Echo. The Paladin bust gets the Theramore Echo, and finally, the Priest bust gets the Graveyard Echo. Once you've handed in each of these different echoes to the appropriate statues, this glowing orb appears in the middle of the room. You can loot that to get an Apocryphal Epiphany, which will teach you this new rune. I hope this guide helped you out and taught you a little bit about this rune. I'm Zesty Fresh from Salsa Games, and we'll catch you guys next time.